Hey everybody, welcome to Fragrance Explorer. My name's Robert and today I'm taking a look at a trio of terrific tobacco fragrances. So let's get started. Last week I covered 4 fantastic fall fragrances and several of those fragrances included tobacco notes. In particular, Dolce & Gabbana's The One and Bulgari's Man in Black. This week I want to focus on 3 more fragrances that include incredible tobacco notes that are also excellent choices to wear in cooler weather. First up is CK1 Shock from Calvin Klein. This was a blind buy for me a couple of years ago, and I really didn't do any research before making the purchase. I have a lot of fond memories of wearing CK1 and CKB from the mid-1990s. My wife always loved me wearing those fragrances, so when I purchased CK1 Shock, I was expecting more of the same. Something like a unisex, intense, citrus, aromatic, green, fresh fragrance that I could wear in the summer Florida heat. And boy was I shocked and pleasantly surprised by this fragrance. CK1 Shock is more modern and masculine and mature than either of its predecessors. CK1 Shock kicks off with this a lavender and hints of orange and a sweet cherry tobacco vibe. I love the sweet pipe tobacco character of this fragrance. It's listed as a base note, but the tobacco is present in the opening all the way through the dry down. However, you don't get a linear progression where the fragrance stays the same and just gets weaker over time. It actually does change and progress through 3 distinct phases. The opening, with the lavender, orange, and the cherryness of the tobacco, is slightly medicinal, and it might remind you a little bit of cough syrup. Now, as the lavender dies away, the floral osmanthus and cardamom in the mid start strengthening the sweetness of the tobacco, while also imparting a spicy fruitiness. Now, as the fragrance settles into your skin and the sillage pulls in tighter, the sweet amber and patchouli become more pronounced, but they don't project very loudly and they leave you with a really dark, masculine, sensual foundation. I love this fragrance and it's an incredible value. You can find this at online discounters for right around $20 for a 100 milliliter bottle. Now, if you're into layering fragrances, this one blends really well with Bulgari Man in Black, and I've also had really good luck layering it with L'Instant de Guerlain and Dolce & Gabbana's The One. Now, next up on our terrific tobacco trio list is Paco Rabanne's 1 Million Prive. Now, this was a fragrance that my parents bought for me on my birthday last year, and because my birthday is in the spring, I really didn't have the opportunity to wear it until just recently. 1 Million Prive is much spicier than CK1 Shock. The tobacco notes in 1 Million Prive are also not as fruity as they are in CK1 Shock. The tobacco note in Prive has much more of a sweet, herbal, alcoholic, and woody type character. Now, there's definitely DNA from 1 Million in 1 Million Prive. However, Prive is much more mature and nuanced. It's not as loud, and it doesn't have the cinnamon candiness of its namesake. Now, while 1 Million was known as a clubbing fragrance, I see 1 Million Prive as more of a night out event type fragrance. Something you might wear to a play or a concert, as it does feel much more upscale than its progenitor. Now, one thing I really enjoy in 1 Million Prive, in addition to the rich tobacco and the spice, is the myrrh that you'll find in the heart. I'm a big fan of balsamic notes and that give you hints of woody conifers, and the myrrh in the heart of Prive complements the tobacco and patchouli perfectly. I haven't been able to confirm this, but there's a rumor that 1 Million Prive has been discontinued recently. So if you can find it while backstock is still available, I'd recommend grabbing a bottle of this before existing supplies are depleted. Last but not least is Wanted by Night from Azzaro. Now, Wanted by Night is definitely the spiciest of this trio. Like 1 Million Prive, Wanted by Night has mandarin orange and cinnamon in the mix along with the tobacco. However, Wanted by Night couldn't be more different. Where 1 Million Prive feels mature and reserved and kind of moneyed, Wanted by Night is brash and bold and audacious. This fragrance feels like something you'd wear with a black leather jacket while riding a motorcycle. Now, the tobacco note in Wanted by Night has this smokiness to it that gets imparted by the incense that you find in the heart. Now, additionally, red cedar in the heart gives this a strong balsamic freshness that's reinforced by the benzoin in the base. There are some citrus fruity notes in this fragrance, but they don't impart much sweetness. Now, it's a little bit sweet. I think that might be because the sweeter notes get offset by the bitterness of the cumin. Now this fragrance also has Iso E Super in the base, which is a really popular synthetic ingredient that adds some warm wood, leather, and amber character to the base. Now one thing I've found about Iso E Super is that it can really contribute to the longevity and sillage of a fragrance. However, when I wear it, I think I quickly get olfactory fatigue. Consequently, when I think my fragrance is dead, it's actually still projecting pretty strongly. So my recommendation is to go easy on the application of Wanted by Night until you understand how it performs. So rather than rank these fragrances because they are so different from one another, I want to give you my opinion on where and when I might wear each one of these. Now, all three are suited for cool weather evening use, but of the three, CK1 Shock can probably be pulled off for daytime use as well. CK1 Shock, in my opinion, is the most casual of these three fragrances. However, I've layered it with Bulgari Man in Black and Dolce & Gabbana The One while wearing a suit, and it works great. But it really does go great with jeans and a button-down Oxford for a date night at the movies. 1 Million Prive, on the opposite end of the spectrum, is better suited for more upscale affairs. You can still pull it off with casual clothes, but for me, it feels like it pairs better with a sports coat or a suit to wear to more formal events. Wanted by Night is definitely an evening wear fragrance for colder weather, but as I said before, its character feels like something you should pair with a leather jacket and boots and jeans. It's loud and brash and feels like something better suited for a club or a party when you want to stand out without wearing something super sweet like Le Male or Invictus. I love all three of these fragrances, and if you like tobacco scents that aren't trying to be clones of one another, these three will add some distinction and variety to your collection. There you have it, a terrific trio of tobacco fragrances that can help you round out your collection and give you coverage for almost every type of evening event. If you like tobacco fragrances and have a favorite that I didn't cover, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time to watch the videos, and I really do appreciate all the new subscribers. Now, I try to respond to all the comments, but I've noticed that I've missed quite a few comments on some of my older reviews, and I do want to apologize for that. So if I haven't responded to you, I'll try to get caught up on all of the back notifications that I have and get responded to everybody. So thanks again for watching. I hope you all have a blessed week, and we'll see you next time.